Hello. So, there's a few things I want to talk about, okay, including the staff. But this I was taking a shower, right? And this is like the voices like it's something about the people in Hollywood and government and politicians that terrify me. And he's like, I know I could speak for all of us when I say, he's like, you've met someone in your life in the past that you would rather pay $2,000 to get out of your way and that cause you trauma versus the 2,000 days you spent with them, right? And like the fact like if you had Donald Trump money, you wouldn't even be doing these videos. You would be trying to search for peace somewhere. We all would. You understand? And it's crazy. Like the voice today. Oh, I want to say yesterday, today. I want to say today, this morning, because I wrote it down. And he was like, it goes to like this goes into parables because I understand the English language is so broken down. If you heard me say it once, you heard me say it again. It's got 2,500 plus languages. And I remember, I want to say like 15 years ago, I was reading the Bible in college. An old friend of mine told me he wanted to be a super conspiracy theorist, read the Bible, Quran, Torah, then something, and and that's exactly what happened. Anyways, I realized in the story a lot where his wife looked back and they told her not to turn back. Where he was going to turn into a pile of salt. She turned into a pile of salt. And I realized parable because I remember, like, if you heard me say the story, I was in the casino. I want to say I wasted like $200, $300. I was livid. You understand? It was a guy like it was like it was biblical. Somebody was right next to me, a fat dude. God forgive me for saying that, but and he was sweating. I'm like, oh, the voice in my head like he lost probably like 5 times more than you. I start crying like right next to him. You know what I'm saying? And realized like he was like, look, he's sweating salt. He's salty. You're gonna drive away from this casino and think about this $300-$400 for the rest of your life. I still do, because it makes me salty every time I look back and think about it. And we turn to a pile of salt, because in our sweat we got salt, in our tears we got salt. He was damn near, he had tears. I don't know, like anger tears, you understand? And I just like, boys like, he got tears in his salt. He got, salt in his tears. He got salt in his sweat. He got salt on the inside, making him salty. And I was like, oh, it's so biblical. Biblical. You understand? And there's a lot of moments. Just going back to the whole, if I can go back to this one individual, but like, here go 2,000, get the hell out of my face. I never want to see you again. Don't say my name. You know what I'm saying? All of us. All of us. You understand? They're here. 2,000, go. Because I already know what's going to happen when the 2,000 days occur. No, it's not happening. Go, get lost. But today again, I was walking and he was like, he was talking to me about the rapture. And he goes, when people lie on your name, it's beautiful. It's like almost like he trying to tell me like people who are being outcasted, the black sheep, are the ones that are going to be raptured. It's so terrifying. But he was like, you hold on to your name. Other people don't care about their name, you could tell. But you care about your name. When people lie on your name, it's 2 things that occur. Either you carry your name and it hurts, or you give your name away and you become something else, become something more. Okay. And that, in and of itself, has the same qualities of the rapture itself. So it's like, he was like, it's safe to say the rapture is occurring right now. Because, we've never seen a rapture before. Nor is it written in the religious codexes, from what I've been told. But nonetheless, I want to say there are certain times as it occurred, especially during the Spanish conquest. I want to say of Mexico at the time, where they said these Aztecs had like these cones, and they put the cone against the wall opened, they went inside, disappeared. There's times where it's like people go to villages, pot still hot, cooking food inside, nobody nowhere inside. Where do these people go? And it's like you say rapture's been happening for years. Okay. And this goes into the dream I had last night. I don't want to say it's terrifying, but it's kind of terrifying because it's making me realize, like, he was like, people care a lot about how they look. Okay. But these people are not focused at all on the relationship of the body. You're not worried about your body. You're not worried about how it feels, how it thinks. Okay. And I don't know where I was, but wherever I was, like I told you, I got shot when I was 5 on my left shoulder. I broke my right arm. I got bit by a pit bull on my left wrist, shoulder, leg, and foot. Okay. And wherever it is, I had asthma too. I had childhood asthma, where I had the nebulizer, inhaler, and I grew up in a bubble twice. Like, they had to put me in MICU, because, I blacked out, died a few times. And I woke up in a bubble twice. But wherever it is I was, everything is like time smashed together. And I was all of those things at once. It was like I couldn't breathe. I could only move my right leg. My right arm was broken. I got shot in the left shoulder with the pit bull marks everywhere. And it's like I was all of that. My left eye was swollen shut because that's how I was born. Anyways, let's get to this, because I only got a minute and a half. There's a reason why I carry this. One, because I want to be attached to the old ways. I realize we have a bigger audience out here, and that's the earth. And I hold the staff because I realize that's what our ancestors did. And if you look at the individuals who hold staff now, it's all golden staffs and not only that, but then we're like electromagnetic creatures that need an outlet for the excess energy. And the third reason goes into echoes. It goes back to, like, we all seen red flags, or we all seen echoes of ourselves holding staffs. And I remember after I got bit by the pit bull when I was a kid, I had to walk around with a stick just like this. And it made me realize now, like, I was always supposed to have the staff in my hand. Always. So with that being said, thank you for watching. And happy knowledge, honey.